Alright, welcome back, new viewers and gamers. Time for some more fun things in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and why don't we do some Tera Raids instead of mostly training, because hey, I want to grind up for some more of those EXP candies. So why don't we begin with this Kilowattrel Raid? And before we begin, I'd like to ask those of you on YouTube to subscribe, and those of you on Twitch to follow, if you'd please. It certainly helps out the community, and it's for free. Thank you, and this video is also sponsored by W, so click the link in the description below to get your energy drinks at a nice 10% discount with my code FreeTheBearGame in all caps. Thank you, and let us enjoy today's video. Just in time for us to do some attacking. Now, I had a hard time thinking of what I wanted to use against this Kilowattrel. A lot of people are using Miraidons and stuff. I'm hoping and praying this thing doesn't have Volt Absorb. Yep, I knew it hit me with a Hurricane. That's the thing I feared the most, but thankfully my Assaultness kicks in. And of course, I get confused. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get 3 moves off so I can Tera Rock. Because this is my Swing Decidueye from my champion team. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a Shadow Sneak off so I can get my Terra Charge off a little easier. How you confuse yourself, you loser. I know, it's because that Articuno sitting over there used a Hurricane and somehow hit it. It had what? It had electric. Volt Absorb, I knew it. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. Alright, if I knew that, I would have brought my own Miraidon, but I didn't want to take any chances. Because Kilowattrel's double stab, there isn't really anything that resists both of them. And actually, electric types. I only didn't want to bring an electric type in case it had Volt Absorb, like I just stated. It'd be nice if it could let me have a move. Can I move? Thank you. And can I actually hit something? That'd be awesome. Yeah, you get the freaking 30% confused on me. Thank you. Not only do you hit the Hurricane, but you confuse me too. Do you realize how low of a chance that is? And quad weaknesses kinda suck, if you don't already know. But who cares, just get on back in here. We're already mostly winning, as long as you don't hit me with another Hurricane, that'd be cool. Thank you. Hello Aaron, how you doing today? And hello Aaron, how you doing today? I say it twice because you say it twice. Alright, I'm just gonna Shadow Sneak to get off my Terra Charge a little faster. Alright, take that just fine. Don't have any stat buffs, I'm okay with that. Alright, one more and then I can terrestrialize, and your flying type moves mean nothing. Just keep uproaring, you loser, keep uproaring. Alright, Tera Rock and Leaf Blade. Alright, hopefully it skips the terrestrializing scene, just to make this a little faster. And I think we're done. Look at that, me being a grass fighting type didn't hinder us much. Yeah, let me know with the self-deprecating humor. That's not the best thing to always do. Down goes the Wattrel boy. Don't I already have a Tera Water Kilowattrel? I think I do. I don't need it. And we see this thing doesn't have Volt Absorb, so that's fine. Battle caps. See, I can give it to a guy named James, and he'll really like them. Alright, you know, why don't we see what raids are up on... well, not these raids. Well, while I grind for more of those EXP candies, I wanted to see what's up in the Balka portal. Alright, Terra Poison Espeon, why don't we do this? Other Psychic type shit. Actually, I think I know what other Psychic type I'll use. Alright, and random. Yes, we all know you're doing good, and so am I, doing fine myself. Alright, Terra Poison Altaria. If we had Fairy Ground types, this would be quite a treat here, but we simply do not. A Steel Ground type, I know exactly who I can use. This man over here. And may I ask, what do you happen to be breeding in Pokemon Shield? Raltzes, you're trying to get a shiny, what am I called? Shiny Gardevoir, I believe? Or you're just trying to get a really good competitive one? Mm-hmm. Hey, let us know when you've finally completed your little shiny hunt, your mosquito method hunt. And now we have a Tera Poison Altaria. Aside from taking down fairy types, I don't see much of a use for this. You give yourself a psychic and ground weakness. I mean, you at least have a little extra stab and you got a good answer for fairy types, but I'd say either fire or steel does that better. Well, fire defensively, steel both offensively and defensively. I can raise my speed. Let me raise my speed. And now I'm an even faster boy. Haha, you did so little damage. Alright, another earthquake. Earth Tremble and Shake Georumble. And, oh wait, that just protects you from stat drops. Alright, that's what you want to do. You can always let him know. Alright, earthquake again. Now, why would you use Collision Course against a freaking a poison type? I don't get why you do that. Crydon learned Earthquake, give it Earthquake. And I would terrestrialize to get that power boost that we're looking for. He didn't come on your side. Oh, and if he comes around again, he likely will. You can just ask him then. Oh yeah, that shield's almost gone. We don't need that here. You can't put me to sleep, heh. I'm just too fast. Uh-oh, Cotton Guard. Yeah, he's cottoning up his guard. Just puts up a cloud of cotton, which that shit must be extra soft if it can take those attacks. As much to raise your defense by 3 whole stages. Anyways, your shield's gone, so it doesn't matter. Alright, that's what you were watching. The longest video I'll probably ever make outside of Unreal Engine vids. I mean, the video did well on Twitch, so maybe I should do that again at some point when I have a bit more time. Alright, down you go. You're almost gone. Your defense buff meant nothing. Still can't put me to sleep. Or, that's not me. And he's down. Down it goes. I'd rather Terra Steel Altaria, so I'm not going to bother with this. Alright, large candies, extra large. Gentle, calm, poison shards. In other words, pretty useless shards. And pretty useless prizes there aside from the EXP candies. And now, what else can we find? Terra Steel Crocodile. No, it's best Tera type, but it'll do. Alright, if that's what you want to do. So you are breeding for competitive usage. Honestly, I haven't done competitive Pokemon breeding since Generation 6. That's just me. Since I'd say each generation just makes it faster and faster to get competitive mons. Since Gen 7 with the hyper training and whatnot. Even though back then hyper training was definitely a lot more tedious than it is in Gen 8 and 9, especially in Gen 9, but that's just me. If people like to still breed, they still breed. There are just much faster ways now. Heck, back in Ultra and Ultra Moon, I used to just do there's a... most for playthrough teams. But, back in Ultra and Ultra Moon, I used to just do all those chains for Chanseys. And just keep fighting them till the Pokemon I was training up hit level 100 for hyper training. Used to do that for like an Inferno Post training. What was I fighting? Gengar, Tera fighting Gengar. Gengar is best Tera type, might I add. Combats those pesky Dark and Steel types that it has trouble with. And raises its stab combos from 4 super effective against 4 types to 9 types. Alright, so then... Psychic. A Steel Psychic type would have been real good, but no. Sadly. I could hit him with the Flutter Mane, but then I'm also weak to Ghost. I don't like that. And I'm still weak to... Actually, no. Neutral to Poison. I want to say Armor Rouge, but again, you're Ghost typing. I don't know what to use. I'm having a bit of a dilemma here. So why don't you know what? I know what I could use. Just something with really high special defense wherever he is. No, not him. This guy right here. Because I simply feel like it. I'll just let them do all the carrying while I whittle it down. And now here's our Gengar, which personally I'd rather run Focus Blast on Gengars. I know that might not seem the best of choices because of that move's piss poor accuracy, giving it the infamous nickname of Focus Miss. But I like the power of that move, and I've run that on Gengars for years, even back in Gen 6 with this Mega. And why would I stop now? Oh, screw you, you villainous me. At least I'm not a physical attacker, but still. That's some garbage, man. Why you gotta do that to me? There are no other special attackers on this team, though, so... I'll screw you! Now you curse body me? You burned me, you curse body me. Why, man? Why? Also, my item didn't kick in for some reason. Alright, we tank a Shadow Ball very well. Look how little damage that does. And, okay, screw you. That's too much. Nope, you burn me, you clear your curse body me, and you lower my special defense. What more can you do to take away from me? You foul creature, you're so foul. Why must you do this? Don't hypnosis me either. Even though I'm already burned, I can't be hypnosised. And now you're paralyzed, so that's nice. If that Iron Hands wasn't burned just now, that would have done even more damage. And what music was that fit the moment, if I may ask? Because I want to figure out getting some custom music on here as well, but I don't know how to do that just yet. Dargan Pulse. And that's as much as I did despite -2 special defense. Ooh, that's no good. I'm gonna have to heal off this burn. It's bothering me. Oh, no wonder. You got rid of your negative effects. Oh, we're gonna heal cheer. I don't like this burn. Get it off of me. I do not want to be burned. My metal slug should not have to experience such problems. My metal dragon bug, I should say. I want to say that should be our question of the day about the original Gudra, but perhaps not. Because a lot of people said that the original Gudra should have been, like, bug type or something, bug dragon maybe. It is partially based on a slug, so I kind of see where they're coming from with it. When I first saw it moving back in Generation 6, 2013, I thought it was a poison type, I'll be honest, so much so that I named it Grimer when I caught it. And so I saw, oh hey, it's a dragon type. Should have been at least dragon poison, some say dragon water, some say dragon fairy, but I think it should have been dragon... dragon flying, or actually I can still use acid spray past the shield, now that I can use it again. Yeah, screw Driftblim. Driftblim sucks, and no one will ever convince me otherwise. I have no stat buff, screw you. Oh wait, now you can hit me with critical hits for one turn. Oh no, he's gonna release tremendous energy. I guess we chose some bad choices for this, did we not? I don't want to waste time terrestrializing. You know what I just realized? If we had a steel normal type, that type combo completely walls Gengar stabs. I just realized. However, if it has Terra Blast or Focus Blast on it, this Terra fighting Gengar would screw it over pretty easily. Yeah, you probably... Well, was that Cherumat Rose's theme? That would have fit that moment, I bet. But it's just funny watching a Origins Palkia just roll around like that. Now imagine if it was an Origins Dialga. I'll keep saying it. Origins Palkia would have looked better if it just kept its arms. I like the Centaur look it's going for, but it would have looked better if it just kept its arms. And Origins Dialga just straight up looks unfinished. That thing just looks weird. Even in this game, it just looks unfinished. Like there's some texturing mishaps that they just forgot to add or didn't have the time to add. Alright, Terra Dragon Slacking. I want to see if I can get this. For Z split second? For us split second? The one who brought up Palkia, in other words yourself. But yeah. I guess it could have been seen for a split second, but whatever I was focused on at that time, I was too focused on that to notice, I suppose. Alright, can't do that raid so random. Can't do half the raids here, and it really annoys me. Hey, Psychic type Snow Runts. I'm gonna leave this one, I don't want to do it. Actually, you know what? Just in case it's a shiny Snorunt. If it is, I should evolve it into a Glalie. I don't know if this is the same like those raids back in Sword and Shield. It could be, it could not be. Who frickin' knows, but... well, let's just do it anyway. Over Quillis, get in here. That's who we're gonna use. See, like I said, like, I get the Centaur look it's going for, just why didn't it keep its arms? And I prefer a lot of fan-made designs for Origins Palkia and Dialga, where it kind of goes a similar route to Origins Giratina, which I know existed way before both Origins Palkia and Origins Dialga. But it's kind of like a serpentine floating snake thing. Oh, hey, it is shiny. Look at that. It's a good thing I stayed here. This might be a hacked raid for all I frickin' know, but I guess it's a good thing I did that. This actually might be my first shiny Tera Raid. Which, just like the ones back in Sword and Shield, I'm pretty sure are hacked. Goodbye. And I'll evolve this man into a Glalie. Because shiny, I almost said Altaria. Shiny Frostlass, slightly underwhelming at least compared to shiny Glalie. Yeah, it might be one of those hacked shiny raids, but who cares? It's shiny. Here it is. I was just about to cancel this too, but a good thing I didn't. Alrighty, and those textures look pretty good, so either I could give this up for a trade to try and get some more legendary Pokemon, probably a Landorus. I want to make my Life Orb Sheer Force Landorus again. Or again, I'll just evolve into a Glalie, because hey, Shiny Glalie was actually pretty cool with those red eyes. Maybe I should give it a nickname referencing Mega Glalie, I'm thinking that. Which Mega Glalie is what, design-wise, at least, is one of my least favorite Megas. It just breaks its jaw open and its mouth is perpetually open. Hell, one of its text entries even state how... one of those dex entries even state how his jaw is so broken it can't even eat anything. Like, so you're gonna starve your fucking Glalie to death. For what? Acted like folks to each other. Alright. Oh, this is a female Snorunt. I could evolve into a Frostlass if I wanted to, but I don't want it. You mean fools to each other? Or is spell check just being weird again? I'm trying to think here, Crim Snow. Alright, what's the name before I click this, because I got my name. Red Dawn. I think I should combine the two names. Crim Snow Dawn. How's that? I think that should do. Yeah, Crim Snow Dawn I think will do some pretty good. This Red Dawn, I'm liking that. I get what you're going from with it. And Terra Psychic, I'm gonna change that Terra type. I mean, I guess that's good for taking down fighting types specifically, but I could just Terra Ghost or any of that. Whatever Terra Psychic it is, I guess. If Glalie learns Psychic Fangs, that could be pretty interesting, which I think it showed if it can learn moves like Crunch and Ice Fang, but if it can't, it can't. I'm gonna pick up this thing. Alright, let me see here, what else can we do? I don't think I've ever had a shiny Glalie yet myself. I've had a shiny Frostlass before, but I don't think I've ever had a shiny Glalie, let alone a shiny Mega Glalie back in Gen 6/7. So, shiny Glalie is just much better, I'd say, mainly because, hey, you want to turn something cool, just give it red eyes, right? Or like a certain other PokeTuber once said, you want to make a shiny good, just turn it black. That's all you gotta do, that's why. Why do you think so many people like shiny Rayquaza? Or shiny Charizard? Well, post-Gen 3 shiny Charizard. And Terra Fairy Heterin. Alright, that's easy. Get a Steel type. A lot of people argue it should have been either Ice Dark or Ice Rock. It being pure Ice, I guess, is fine too, but a lot of people said it should have been Ice Dark, yeah. Which, I mean, hey, look at its face. Kind of makes it look like it's a dank type, isn't it? But speaking of typings, remember a few episodes ago where we had a problem with Avalugg being an ice, or I had a problem with Avalugg being an ice rock type? I think Ice Ground would have been much better for it. Because that could still evoke, well, an Icy Mountain, as much as rocks can, just like the ground. Plus, it's just a way better type combo. No quad weaknesses. There is no single type in the game that resists both ice and ground, like ice rock with steel types. It's just a way better, like, you have less weaknesses. Sure, because you're an ice type, you're still gonna have a number of weaknesses, but way less than ice rock has. And again, no quad weaknesses, and you just hit a lot more things that are super effective than you do ice rock, so ice ground would have been much better. If I at least had that typing, I think I would have liked Hisui and Avalugg a bit more. But no, give it one of the worst type combos in the game. Anyways, let's see, let's get a... I know what steel type I'll use. Where is my Terra Steel Golden Boy? Here he is, and oh yeah, I forgot to give him back his air balloon. After the stupid, Inteleon raids. Yeah, too late, we don't have the time for that. Alright, now I just nasty bought 3 times. Actually, you know what I learned about Hatterene recently? Is that it can learn Nuzzle through Egg Move. And that, I mean, despite how slow Hatterene is, that could actually still be pretty useful. It's the only way it can technically paralyze things. Because in my opinion, it looks like it should learn Thunder Wave like most Psychic types do, but it doesn't. So why don't we remedy that? Try to give it that competitive edge. I mean, I always like hyper training, definitely one of the best things for competitive players specifically. I mean, hey, it allows you to not have to worry about IV breeding anymore, which is why ever since, as I've stated earlier, ever since Generation 7, I no longer really had to do IV breeding anymore, like I did all the time back in Gen 6. Heck, whenever I can finally get my 3DS shit on here, I should show you all my frickin' hours I have on my copy of Pokemon Y that I used to do all the time back when I was in middle school. Like, I have well over 999 hours and 59 minutes on it. I bet if I looked up the actual data on my 3DS, it would probably show a much higher hour play than that because of all the breeding I used to do before Sun and Moon came out. And pretty much ever since Sun and Moon came out, I stopped doing all that breeding. But besides that... I don't know, I don't remember what I did the last time I played Pokemon Y. I think I just shiny hunted a few things through Horde accounts. Oh, fuck you. Anyways. Before I die, let me get off of Make It Rain. Shred that shield to pieces. Oh, no, it didn't. That's garbage. No, don't Dark Pulse me. Yeah, just make fun of me with a resisted move. Thank you. Hi, you got your Galarian Articuno. I want to keep my Galarian Articuno in Pokemon Sword. I know I have a second Galarian Zapdos I think I should trade over to, but probably just leave it in there as well. Alright, get that shield out of here. We don't need it. We don't need that garbage shield. It's useless. Yeah, your Dark Pulse did way less damage, but still nearly killed me. Alright, you Terra Steel to your Golden Go, or Terra Ghost, I guess. Alright, just take him out with a Shadow Ball, whatever you're gonna use, and as I'm still watching the sequence move on, we already won. Or Hex. I mean, if you want to run Hex on there, I guess, but Golden Go or Thunder Wave, right? You can do Thunder Wave Hex strats, like Terra Ghost, Thunder Wave Hex if you want to. That just requires too much setup for my liking. But anyways, because I have yet to make a competitive Hatterene in this game, I should throw you in a Heal Ball. Yeah, both of my Urchifus are going to stay in Sword as well. Both Omega, the single strike Urshifu, which I don't think you've seen actually, and you know Gamma, the rapid strike Urshifu, yeah, he's going to stay in there. Because, hey, the champion teammate together if they're going to be in separate games and stuff, so... And hopefully I stumble upon a giveaway or something with the Urshifu forms, or just Cubfus. Since you can evolve Cubfu in this game with the different scrolls that you also get from those auctions in Cascarafa. Or was it Cascarafa? It was Puerto Marinada. So you can just always go there to get those auctions going. Oh yeah, speaking of auctions, I've been trying to win auctions on eBay for old GameCube games again. And a lot of them because we got scalpers out here and they'll try to snipe last second. Which, hey, is a pretty crafty strat to do. But, it's pretty cool that they do that. So I've just been trying to do auctions in real life. Alright, anticipation, that ability sucks. Max defense, though. I could run you as a defensive one with Nuzzle. That could work, even though your HP stat is absolute. I don't want to add it to the team. I don't want to do that. Just send it back to the box. What other raids do we have? Alright, if you remember him for such a thing, then you remember him. Don't want to make it seem like I'm being a little rude here. I know you're Cinderace. Alright, the typing of Grass Ground is another one of the worst type combos. Sorry to Torterra, we all love you, Torterra, but your type combo sucks. Quad weakness to Ice, you have trouble hitting both flying and bug types. And opposing grass types, actually, so there's a lot of types that wall him. Heck, I could probably use my Abomasnow against him. My Terra Water Abomasnow, which isn't the best. Terra Water, what did I say? Flying types you wall. If I had my normal Articuno, which I do have my Articuno in this game, but I have yet to train it. And I said bug types, right? I am not using, actually, I've got a Frostmoth, right? I think I do, one with ice scales even. Where is my Frosty Frostmoth? There he is. But you're also Terra Water. And funny how a lot of people like to make the joke that Frostmoth's actually good when it changes its type. The best thing about it in this game is that you can change its type to not be an ice type. That was your first starter ever? Really? So Pokemon Shield was your first Pokemon game? Or did you play some Pokemon games before that? Oh, you mean Torterra. That's it? I already said I'm sorry about Torterra, man. Don't rip my head off over it. But according to OVVGC, yeah, no, Grass Ground is one of the worst type combos. Like, probably top 10 worst type combos. Sure, it hits a lot of things for super effective neutral damage, up to 7 different types. But it just has a lot of types that wall it. And again, that quad weakness to ice is never good. I mean, unless it's your only weakness, like with water ground, for example, quad weaknesses are really, very rarely, if not ever, a good thing. Alright, Quiver Dancing twice. I'm gonna nuke this man. And a Burnip is the greatest. Love that thing. Nope, you're not sporing anybody. Funny how me and that Glaceon are not asleep here. Alright, Bug Buzz. Buzz him, annoy him with the buzzing of a bug. And why would you try to hit a blizzard in the middle of the snow? Frick you. Why would you do that? And he does hit the blizzard. Alright, nobody heal cheered, so I'm gonna heal cheer. Get this sleep status off of us. We don't want it. We do not like being asleep, you fool. Dragon's Descent, which doesn't look as good as it did in the 3DS games. Oh well, not everything's gonna look too good, right? Honestly, because of the grassy terrain, you're doing so little damage, you're healing me. You learn the ropes and... actually, I don't think you ever brought that up, about you, I guess learning the ropes in Fire and Leaf Green specifically. Alright, your first ever game was Platinum, where you got the Urn Burning. Oh, screw you, why would you get rid of my stat boosts? And now I gotta do everything all over again. Yeah, no, I don't remember you doing such. Ah, that's gonna hurt. Oh, no, it won't. Okay. You're not a ghost type, so I don't know why I was thinking that'll do all that damage. Wait, I'm asleep. Of course I'm asleep. Torterra was your starter in that game. But Infernape was your starter in another game. Or you don't like Infernape? Am I getting this wrong here? I must be getting something wrong here. Alright, heal cheer again because, okay, can you go? What's with the input lag? Oh, I'm just pressing the wrong button, that's why. Alright. We're now awake again. Hopefully it doesn't use Spore. Oh, Freddy was your starter in BDSP. That's another thing you didn't quite state. But, yeah, Torterra's type combo really isn't the best, because it gets walled by Flying Grass and Bug type moves. And it's the same with Mr. Toad Squirrel over here, as we're about to get blasted out of the frickin' out of the den. And that's not gonna be a good idea. And you put me to sleep again. Alright. Okay, dude. Alright, who is our next enemy to be taken on in a raid? Alright, I'm gonna do random. Because I already have a Terra Dragon Scizor, I already have 2 Terra Flying Magnazones, which is Magnazone's best Terra type. Not only does that give it more coverage, but completely allows it to wall the fighting types and the ground types it has trouble with. Alright, but Terra Fire type Dragonite. I could give it Terra Fire Punch. Alright, a Steel type. A Steel Ground type will have to do best here. Assuming it doesn't know Fire Punch, that is. And that's all we need to do. Why don't I wait for the rest of the team members here? Oh yeah, speaking of Kyogres, I'd gotten the Weather Trio through some giveaways, so I can't wait to boost those guys up, mostly just for raids. Which what I wanted to do for competitive play. Probably use one of the bigger legendaries, but only limit them to 1 usage. Say Arceus, for example. Only use 1 Arceus on the team while my other teammates are much weaker. Something to balance that out. That, and if any of my viewers did want to battle me, I'd say, hey, use at least 1 legendary yourself as well to, you know, keep things nice and balanced. I think that should be pretty good. 1, just to not limit anybody's options. And 2, to give a little more variety to teams. 3, cooler names for teams as well. Alright, let's get rid of that multi-scale. We don't want it here. Your extreme speed means nothing, even if you're a Terra normal. The most boring thing that everybody runs. Haha, you're paralyzed, you fool. I don't know who paralyzed him, probably a Force Ball and Lucario. But other than that. Foils? You're acting like foils to each other? I don't get it. Alright, that's about a fourth of your HP gone already. And it's a crit. Alright, steal my Terra Charge. Go ahead, you missed again. Heh. That's why Dragon Rush sucks. It's basically a 100 power move that can flinch with 75 accuracy. Honestly, I should buff that. They should buff that to 85 accuracy. I don't think that warrants it being that low of accuracy, in my opinion, but whatever. If they raise its power slightly, then I think it's a bit more worth it. Dragon type moves, even with fairy types around, are still pretty good, so. Meh. When they speak to each other. Isn't that how we're acting right now, then? Alright, Earthquake once more. And I ain't the only one making the ground shake. You know what? Speaking of which, has anybody ever watched Heroes and Villains? Has anybody ever, like, I don't know if anybody knows Dorkly, but I want to mention it for 1 second. I remember, like, Pokemon moves in real life and stuff. Imagine using Earthquake in real life. So every time a Pokemon is commanded to use Earthquake, are you telling me we're causing, like, magnitude 10 earthquakes across the entire globe, or at least in that immediate vicinity? Or immediate region, I suppose? Every single time a Pokemon's commanded to use Earthquake, even if it's as hyper strong as a Terra Ground Earthquake, that'd have to be even higher than that. I mean, magnitude 10 earthquakes are the strongest earthquakes ever recorded by humans in history, so I don't think there are ever much stronger earthquakes than that. Imagine magnitude 12 earthquakes. I hate to make it seem like it's some post-apocalyptic shit going on around here, but that would seem extremely dangerous. Especially if Pokemon like Groudon are running around, the god of the land, for frick's sake. I don't have a Terra Fire Dragonite yet, do I? So, I barely have any of these Pokeballs left outside of the normal ones. Alright, have read this. And I guess this is some sort of textbook Merriam-Webster description of this, and or Google. But anyways, in any narrative, a foil is a character who contrasts with another character, typically a character who contrasts with the protagonist, in order to better highlight or diversify certain qualities of a protagonist. A foil to the protagonist may also be the antagonist of the plot. Yay, I'm the antagonist of this plot. I've always been a good villain, after all. Anyways, Terra Fire Dragonite, I think I'll give it Fire Punch. Doesn't learn Fire Fang, that wouldn't make any sense. But Fire Punch is pretty much the only move I'm pretty sure you can learn. If this were Gen, like, 1 through 3, I think this would be even better. But no, sadly not. Even though its attack stat is much higher than its special attack stat, so... yeah, it kind of benefits it more here than it would have in the original games. Especially in the Gen 2 games, particularly. Mostly they're just for extra coverage if you ever really need it. I mean, if we want to talk about the physical special split, I should probably save that for another day. But Pokemon like Alakazam were extremely broken, while Pokemon like Hitmonchan were mostly weakened by that because of, you know, differing special attack stats. You know, let me see what this Terra Electric Ralts is. Maybe this is shiny. Oh, you're the antagonist? If that's what you desire, then I could be the pro tag. The tag of a pro. Have you ever thought of that? Pro tag? And tag. You're the pro of that tag, and you're the ant of that tag. Let me stop. That's just corny. Yeah, let's see how long this 1-star raid takes to load. Yeah, just like back in Sword and Shield, try to get these raids. Actually, fun fact. Back when Pokemon Sword and Shield was only about a few months old, long before either of those DLCs came out, I ran into a 1-star Badoo raid. It turned out to be shiny, caught it, and then my game frickin' crashed or something afterward. And it wasn't saved, so I lost that shiny Badoo forever. And terrifying Goodria. You know what? I think I should use your Hisuian counterparts, your Hisuian cousin from like 200 years ago. I keep clicking the wrong Pokemon. Let's use them. Goodras versus Goodrias. It's fine. We can always look for another Badoo in the future. If Badoo comes back in one of the DLCs, I should shiny hunt it. Because hey, Roserai's a pretty cool mon to use in battle. Grass Poison's a decent type combo, so why not? Alright. That's a little bit of time. If you got a 6-star raid, we can do it after this Goodria raid. Alright, I'm gonna acid spray you because your special defense stat is far too high for my liking. Look how little that did. And you can't touch me with that move. I'm just far too powerful for you. Oh wait, I am Terra Flying, but I took off Terra Blast, so I can't even hit this thing for super effective. Oh well, I put Dragon Pulse on it for my team anyways for the Dragon type coverage. We needed some Dragon type coverage on that team, so that's why. And then imagine Bidoof coming in here again. Maybe, I don't know. I heal him. And now Acid Spray for the third time. I barely made a dent. And you barely make a dent into my armor. And steal my Terra Charge. Yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you, you fool. You foolish fool. Why must you do such a thing? I'm a Dark Impulse you right back. And we're just trading Dark Impulses out here. It's fine, nothing to see here. And now we Terra Flying, so I can take your stabs and I keep blowing back at you. I mean, hey, you're already hitting me with just regular old Dragon Pulses, so we'll just do this here. Gladian's theme is one of the best themes in a Sun and Moon. Yes, I did, when Dark Prince Travis mentioned it. It's one of the best rival themes, but not the best one, I believe, yes. I guess along with Marty's. And Terra Flying just because. Even though I lack the Terra Blast. Alright, maybe I should have brought something that could take this thing down a bit more instead of Hisuian Gudra versus Kalosian Gudra. Alright, if you like Beats Team. Beats Team's pretty decent. And now you use Surf, which... maybe I should have just stayed my base typing. Alright, well, we lose that one. Big Sad was had. Blown out of the den. And is that a 6-star raid? Alright, let's, actually, could you just... I think it'd be faster if you just gave me the code for that raid, instead of us starting a union circle. So why don't we do that, if that's okay with you? And a Terra Steel Scizor would have been awesome for those stronger bullet punches. If you want your bullet punch to hit, like, literal rifle punches, I guess. Imagine that rifle punch, a stronger version of bullet punch. It's like base 60, 70, it's like jet punch, but steel type. Base 60 power move, that also has priority. Or shrapnel punch. Those Tauroses didn't encounter me, I didn't encounter them, we didn't get into no fights. That was merely just an off-screen thing that I believe Dark Prince Travis was bringing up. Alright, if you got your code, why don't we do this real fast? Alright, here's our code. 9V. And 9V from Wario. 6K. R2. Alright, Tera Grass type Aqua Breed Tauros. Right off the bat, you think using a Dragon type would be really good, which I'm thinking Dargapult, perhaps. Or I could use, if we had a Water Poison type, we don't. It's best to use a special attacker as well. Seriously, the type and combo of water fighting can be very difficult to deal with sometimes. Because there's no single type that can, resist it. But I'm thinking maybe a flying type should do. Alright, it's grass type, right? Flying, what? Alright, besides a flying water type, perhaps we could do a flying dragon type. And I think I know which one. This man, Dynarex, right over here. Even though you may have Intimidate, but who cares? As long as you have either Kudchu or whatever your other ability was. Well, Anger Point, I believe, right? I think we'll be just fine. Hopefully it doesn't have Intimidate. Because I don't want to be a scared little boy over here. So do not intimidate me, Taurus. Still think it should have evolved into some sort of badass Minotaur, but at the same time, I'm not complaining about what we actually got. We had the perfect type combo for a Minotaur as well. Fighting Ground would have been awesome. I know I've stated that before, but... yeah, besides that, you know what? I think that should be our question of the day. How do you think they could have bettered Paldean Tauros? Like, giving it a different evolution, not having its two breed forms at all, or maybe it would have had different breed forms, like, say, an electric breed form, for example. That's fighting electric type, even though we have too many fighting electric types in this game now. It could have been a dark breed form, where it's a very evil thing. Let us know how you could have improved Paldean Tauros, or even the Kantonian Tauros. Give it a regional evolution in this game. Maybe you could have gotten that. Just like how Primeape and Bisharp did. Let us know. Alright, let us get started. Alright, Tauros, it's time to battle you. And we're going to deal with this right here and now. Alright, you don't have Intimidate? He does not. Sweet relief. Alright, Dargon Dance. I see you changed Chloe a little bit. Or Chloe a little bit. And I'm liking some of the design changes. Yes. Alright, I'm just gonna spam Aerialist. Alright, go ahead with your Rain Dance. It means nothing. Alright, go Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace does count as a slashing move, so I don't think there's any Pokemon that get the sharpness ability that will learn Aerial Ace. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think that's the case. Alright, lower your defenses. Just makes taking you down a lot easier. And I'm right back into multi-scale thanks to Shell Bell. Alright, you're already almost at half HP. And I can Terrestrialize next turn. Galley learns, Aerial Ace. I was unaware of such a thing. Well, it makes sense, though. Or, but besides that, I guess. Because when Hisuian Samurai gets sharpness, Veluza gets sharpness, neither of them learn Aerial Ace. Pretty sure this is the only Pokemon that get those abilities. That would make sense if Bisharp got such an ability as well. Heck, if they ever bring back Megas, which is super unlikely, they should give that ability to Mega Gallade. In my opinion, that's an ability Mega Gallade should have gotten back in Gen 6. It would have definitely helped it out quite a bit. Using moves like Leaf Blade and Psycho Cut, basically giving secondary stats to those moves. But no, instead you get Inner Focus, and that was before Inner Focus blocked the Trick Room. Did I say Trick Room? Intimidate. And thanks for stealing my stat buffs, jackass. Actually, you know what? I can roost and lose my flying type. Why don't we do that instead? And you're faster than me. Thank you. Guess it's a good thing I use that. You mean Mega Bisharp? Because King Gambit didn't exist back then, but yeah, I get what you mean. Alright, blast him. No shell spell boost. Alright, I don't have my Terastal off yet, which is really annoying. Alright, go ahead with that, that's fine. You just made taking you down even easier. Keep using close combat, please, that'd be awesome. And I do have to be very careful here. Because now Wave Crash will... Oh, the rain's gone, perfect. Alright, Flying type Terra Blast, here we go. I'm gonna take this man down, shred him to size. With balloons on my head. Alright now, may 1,000 gales tear you to shreds. After you hit me with this move. Thanks for making yourself weaker. Gusty Nail. And get that shield out of here. And now how much do I recover? Not a lot. As long as it doesn't use a rain dance. Yeah, I see the headband that you have on your character there. Just one more good hit and you're done. Your life is forfeit. Oh no. He got off a rain dance and a bulk of hits. That always annoys me how Terra Pokemon can do that. Yeah, let's get off like 2 moves. Oh wait, doesn't matter. I get off my move first. Sayonara, you fool. Oh no. Wait, there's still hope. The Shell Bell better have saved me. Wait, go ahead and Wave Crash. Or just Headbutt for some reason. You could have Wave Crashed. Why didn't you do that? Whatever, it doesn't matter. We win. Sayonara, you're done for. Your life is forfeit. You fool, you lose. Now, Terra Grass I don't think helps Paldean Tauros that much. I mean, unless you want to resist those pesky electric types, I guess. Terra Ground does that better, I'd argue. But, and the Grass type moves, so I guess if you want to get rid of your... specifically your water type weaknesses, this could help. Catch it anyways, because I feel like it. And at least unlike the Dynamax raids, the Tera Raids don't fail your captures, so that's good. And there you go. And we get some grass type shards while we're at it. What, you didn't catch it accidentally? What happened? I want to see what nature you have, and you don't have Intimidate, so you likely have Kudchu or something. Yep, that's the ability you have. With max special defense? Oh boy, look at me, I'm a VGC player. Why don't I put Protect on here as well? Too spicy herb weed. Spicy weed, give me some of that. Alright, anyways. Well, I think that should be it for this video for now. Tune in next time for when the Chestnut, the Great Tusk, and the Iron Treads raids finally return. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the video scenes on screen right now for those of you on YouTube, and that bell button for more. Special thanks to Aaron for joining me once again. And click the description below if you want to do the W order. Thanks to those guys for sponsoring this video once again. And use that code for a 10% discount. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. And see you next time for those special raid events later this week. Have a nice day.